and welcome to the second part of this tutorial. I'm going to exit out now and let's start work with the add. Double click on the add new. With the add new, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to come down here and I will declare what is known as an option explicit, so that every single component will have access to the variable. So I'm going to say option explicit there, so the component should be able to gain access to that. And the very first one is, let's say dim, say date as date, and I'm also going to enter as follows. Let's say dim the year, and I'm going to say this month as date as well. And then let's say dim another one. I'll call that create cal. That will be for the calendar itself as boolean there. Now I am going to be I as integer. Now that is fine. So let's do two others. Let's say dim. I'm going to call that worksheet, WKS, as worksheet there. And let's say dim add new as range. There we go. That is fine. So those are all my variables I intend to use. I will now come here. You see these 4, that will be for my calendar, these 2 will be for my add. So you see the add new, so make sure you double click on the button add new, and right here inside the add new, first to 4, I'm going to set WKS. WKS is my worksheet equals, that will be the very first sheet that I have there. I only have one anyway for now. You can always add more than one. That's my sheet 1, worksheet 1. Close that. Now that worksheet 1 is assigned something, so we're going to say set add new equals worksheet dot range. And the range, I'm just going to make that up. That's going to be about from cell A to 65,356 dot up to the end. Open a bracket, x1 up. Let's increment it up. Dot offset and increment by 1. There we go. That is fine. Now what we want to do is, since we've set add new this own value, so what we then want add new to do is every single component here, I'm going to say add new dot offset. The very first one is going to be on 0, 0. Close that. Dot value, that should be value. And the value in this case is going to be txt patients id dot text. So that's my very first one. I have about 22 in total, and I'm also going to create a worksheet for them as well. So the next one is going to be for my combo box, so I can copy all of these and just change things around. I have 22. I'll do the last one, paste. That's 4 now. I have 20. Now 22. Copy that, bring it down, paste. Now the next one here is going to be 0, 1, and 0, 2, and so on. Speed that up. There we go. I have 22. That's 0 up to 21. So that makes 22. So the next one here is going to be CBO title, and all of these objects that I'm calling, let me show it to you guys, is right here. Remember when I was naming them? There they are. Okay, the next one that I'm going to call now is going to be first name followed by surname, address, and so on. So let's grab first name, there, back into our codes. So this one is going to be first name. This is surname. Let's type surname in there. We have address, and after address we do have telephone. And let's see what else do we have after the telephone. We have gender, age, county, and postcode. So back in here, so let's go back in here. Where is it? That will be gender. That's CBO, gender, because it's a combo box. Then after the gender, I then have what? Age, county, the next one, then we have postcode. And let's look at the other ones. Now we have appointment, CBO appointment. Grab that. I'm back in here, right underneath here, that will be CBO appointment, and so on. So I'm going to speed that up. Okay, that's it, all taken care of for to add the data straight onto the worksheet. So one other thing I would like to achieve is to be able to add the data straight onto my list box. So that is known as LXT appointment, I'll call it LSE appointment dot. I should use counts, column count. In total I have 22, so I'm going to say 22. So let's go for LST again, appointment dot role source. That is going to be from the worksheet, so I can even grab that here. Okay, let's just enter it here. Sheet 1, that would be $A, $, I want it to start from 2, column, $, a $, and that will be, no, I think that would be about V, I think, not AS. Let's see, I'm going to change that to V. When I enter my data, I should be able to tell. So let's go for all the way to 65,356 there. that is that taken care of. So from A2 up to row V and all the way up to 65,000 plus. All right. Okay, let's go to my worksheet now. So on my worksheet, I'd like to enter all of these data straight onto the worksheet itself. So let's grab that. Okay, there we go. So the very first data in there, I'm going to call that patient ID. There we go. Then I'll go for title now. Then I'm going to go for the first name. Surname. Address. And I'm just going to speed that up. The next one should be telephone. Let's speed that up. And there we go, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to increase the size of the font. See, I have it up to V, so that is correct. So let's select it all, come right here, just increase it to about 14, and also just make it bold. There. So save that. So let's go back into our VBA development environment here. Alright, so V, that is correct. Bring that here so that you guys can see it. And that is it. Okay, I'm going to now try it out, but before I do that, let me add the heading for the combo. No, for the list box actually. List box, that's column. Headings, I'm going to say that is equals true. There. So I should be able to see the headings there. So I'm going to try it out now to make sure these add. To make sure that works, the add new. And what will happen is I should see my data on this workbook and on the list box. Alright, as you can see, there's nothing on the list box, so let's enter some data in here. There's nothing here yet, so I'm just going to make that. Let's enter Mr. there. And the name, we call that, let's say Ian Turner. Okay, number 3. Wallet Square. There. There's nothing in here as well. I'm just going to enter booked. And dates. We're going to make that up. Call it today's dates. And time. So let's speed that up. Alright guys. So that is it. So let's see. In here there's nothing there. And the worksheet as well. Let me show you guys the worksheet. So just move this down. That's the worksheet. There's nothing there. So let's click on this now and click on add. There we go. Right there. Look at that. Okay, and if we come in here, we should be able to see the details in there. Look at that. And you can see the headings as well. Right there. Okay. Then one good thing is this thing should just say data added, something like that. Alright, let's just end that and take care of this. Okay, I'm going to make my way to the form load here now. Double click on that. Oh, before that, let's do one more thing. Go back in here. Okay, here, let's just add a message that will say, yeah, you've entered data in there. MSG box. I'm just going to say data entered, so that's fine. Entered. Okay, that's fine. just to let us know that we've actually entered some data in there. So let's come into double click on the form. So now inside the form load itself, I'm going to use form initialize. So click in there and come right here, change the event to form initialize. And let's move that up a little bit. Take it up. Alright, now right inside the form initialize, what I want to do is I'm going to enter the following. Let's say the other thing is I can just grab, let's say, CBO, doctor title, dot add item, and that is going to be, let's start with Mrs. Okay, that's one taken care of. Copy that, and these are for the combo box. That's going to be for my combo box. Okay, so we change this one to Miss, and we have Mr. Then here we can get that to be doctor. Then maybe professor, professor of medicine. And what about captain? And in here, let's go for reverend now. Rev. Okay. That can be any of the title. The other one I'm going to take care of is going, I might as well copy this. It's going to be for the next combo box. That would be for just the title for the cost for the patients. Get rid of the hold on, that is fine. There. Now, and what about the gender? We have gender. So I'm going to take, let's come right down here, CBO dot gender. No, it's not a dot, gender. Dot add, and that's going to be female. Or male. So just grab that anyway. There we go. So that's going to be for male. Now the next one is going to be for my CBO appointment. So CBO appointment. The appointment is just going to be booked or not. It's all missing there. Right there. So that's going to be dot appointment, and for that I'm going to enter booked, appointment booked, and the other one is going to be not booked. Now the next one, CBO, let's call that confirm. CBO confirm. That's CBO confirm the dots add. So it's either going to be yes or no. Right, the next one is going to be no. Alright. So what I'm going to now do now is for the timer, let's say txt, I want you to load the time immediately. Dot value, that will be equals, let's get the timer, it's formatted, and that's going to be time, comma, and this is the format of the time. and I also want it in minutes. You can also go all the way to seconds though. Okay, you can go all the way to seconds. If I run it, this is what you'll see. Run. There. Okay, do you really need the seconds? I don't. Okay, this is what I've just done now. So that is it, all fine, all taken care of. Now exit out. Let's see the clear. That works good. So let's get rid of the seconds on it. I don't need that. There we go. So all we then need to do now is to take care of my calendar. This very one. Let's take care of this. Like I said, I have the whole tutorial for this on YouTube. So I'm just going to grab component from there and dump it in here. And that. And right here, guys, this is the function I intend to use for the calendar. Okay, just take it from here and all the way down here. That is the function. Okay, so if you guys want the full tutorial, like I said, it's on YouTube already. So take it from the top here so that you guys can see it. Take it from here and just down here up to the end here. Now I need to be able to call this function my form load. So let's come right here, double click on the form itself, and there I want it to get it initialized. So let's add that right underneath here. Enter broken lines and paste. There we go. So this should initialize this very function right there. So take a good look at it. I'm now going to run it there. So if I click on the date now, I should be able to get a date in here. That's what I want to achieve next, but for now that is not happening. Okay, and for us to get that to happen, now to do that, I'm going to exit out and double click on each individual button. I'm going to start with the D1 first. I'll call that D1. This one is D2. That is D3 and so on. So I'm going to double click on that. Okay, now I'm going to say txt date dot text equals D1 dot whatever value we have in there, that is control T text. Okay, that's all there is to it. So if I run it now and I click on D1, there we go, you get the date in there. So I'm just going to copy that and use that for D2. So let's double click on D1 here and grab that. So I'm going to change that around for D2. Come right down here, double click on D2, paste, and just change that to 2. Repeat the same thing for 3. Paste. We have D3. And we'll do the same thing for D4. Paste. That's 4. And so on, guys. So let's speed that up. And that is all there is to it, guys. Every single button there is taken care of. I have 42 in total. There we go. Okay, so that is it, guys. So I'm now going to run it and let's see how it looks like. So run. Okay, today's date is 31st. There we go. And the time right now is 8:40. So let's say the next appointment is for that guy, whoever that is. Let's say Miss or Mrs. Let's say Telma here. Mrs. Telma Okay, that's fine. Double T. An address of Thelma. Let's say Milky Way. There. Telephone number. Gender female. Age. County. Let's say Kilburn. And that is appointment. Yes, booked. So let's say yes in there. And the surgery number, the other number, mobile number, doctor's number, let's say is called Goodman at hotmail.com. Medical ID. He is a doctor and his name is Goodman. Goodman Morehouse. There we go. Now decision time. All we need to do is just to click here and add his details. So let's click on add. There. Confirm. So all of those informations are here now. See that? But there's one thing, if you guys notice, before I click on our details, because it was not initialized, we didn't see any of his details in here. Okay, so to get that sorted, all we just need to do is let's exit out first. Yes, and we can just double click on, let's double click here and grab the following, this. Okay, that is all of the information on the or off the list box. I'm now going to paste that on form initializing. Double click on that and maybe right up here. Okay, that's fine. Paste it right up there. Form initialize. That's it. Okay, run. And if I click in here now, I should be able to see all of the data that we have on the system. And that is how you guys create your own patient appointment booking system. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. There are a lot of benefit for the members. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.